Alright, what's going on, guys? Happy Friday and welcome back to another episode of So Your. If you guys don't know what the series is so far, basically once a week we do a sort of live commentary, real talk style video where we talk about viewer suggested topics that can range from anything from like serious to lighthearted or whatever. But essentially the idea being so your ... whatever. Last week it was so you're unmotivated, and so if you want to go check out that video, it's on the channel. But basically we're doing this series once a week and we're talking about really anything that you guys want to talk about. Like I said, it can be serious, it can be lighthearted, it can be, you know, just whatever. So last week, like I said, we talked about so you're unmotivated. And remember, if you want to leave me suggestions or what you want me to do in future episodes, or maybe tell me ways that you think I can improve the series, or really whatever, remember to leave a comment on this video, and as well as join up in the Discord server and leave me some suggestions there. Links is in the description to that, as always. So, with all that out of the way, this week's episode is going to be so you're wanting to become a YouTuber or a streamer or a content creator. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title it, but it's gonna be something like that. This is something that I get a lot of questions about. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is probably it's something that I get asked about probably 2 or 3 times a day, to be honest. So quite a bit. But real quick, just to get this out of the way, I'm nearing 2,500 followers on Twitch, and I have a little over 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, which for a Halo channel is certainly a pretty good size, I think. But in the grand scheme of things, we're talking about YouTube and content creation. That's not very big, so I definitely don't want to pretend or give off the idea that maybe I'm some crazy success, right? I definitely want you guys to understand where I'm at realistically. And so yes, I have seen some success and I'm making a little bit of money, and I have like a decent amount of viewers that I get on my videos and my streams and stuff, but I'm not, you know, getting recognized on the street, or not that that's what it's about, but I just want you guys to understand where I'm at, basically. So yeah, basically I think if I could boil it down to like one word, the most important thing that we're going to talk about is consistency and effort, right? Whenever you want to become a content creator, a lot of people think, because it is pretty easy to make YouTube videos and it is pretty easy to live stream, a lot of people think that the whole, like all of it is easy, right? It's you just turn on your OBS and you either press start record or start stream, and then you just go, and automatically, because you do that, people are gonna watch, which is not true. If you are incredibly talented at the game, if you are a pro or just someone who is crazy good, that is really the only time where you can get viewership without putting in, you know, effort. And even then, sometimes it takes effort. But definitely, I think people sort of misunderstand how difficult it is, because people think, oh, you're just playing video games, or, you know, whatever, you're just doing this or that, and people think it's relatively simple. Because when you do think about it, it is relatively simple, but there is a lot that goes into it, definitely. So one of the things that I want to point out is, like, I'm trying to do this as my job, right? I'm trying to turn this into my career. Some of my friends, for instance, Cole and Nick, Proximity and Uber Nick, do this full time as their like day-to-day jobs, and so it's something that's definitely attainable for me. But there's a lot more that goes into it besides just playing video games. So obviously, first thing being the equipment. Back in 2009, when YouTube was relatively new, you could get away with uploading 360p 24 frames per second content, because that's kind of like people just wanted to watch videos and it was fine. But nowadays you've got to pretty much put your best stuff out there, and you've got to be high quality, or else people aren't really gonna care. And you gotta match or do better than the competition, and that's kind of a recurring theme with streaming, and probably streaming more so, but with YouTube as well, is competition. You are trying to outdo the other people. You are trying to have better content, more entertaining content, and you are trying to, however many viewers, let's say there's 20 people watching Halo videos today, right? You want you want more of those 20 people than than the other guy, right? You want to be doing better, and so it's certainly a competition. Now, obviously, everybody's friends with everybody in this scene, particularly, or in this scene in particular. Pretty much everybody's friends with everybody, which is cool. But it is a competition. We are definitely competing for viewers and who can get the biggest slice of the pie and whatever else. So you gotta have good quality, right? So that comes down to your equipment. And I think people also really underestimate how difficult it is to sort of jump into it. Obviously, you could just grab a laptop and a capture card and have your Astros and just do it that way. But if we want to talk about setup wise, what everybody uses, like I've got a 3-monitor setup, so I've got 3 monitors and a really nice computer and a really nice webcam and a microphone and all this other stuff that goes into making my content what it is. And so definitely content or quality, sorry, is the first thing that you have to focus on and worry about making better than everybody else. So the next thing is you got to find that distinct thing that differentiates you from other people. So my place in the Halo community is I am like a competitive arena content creator. So I'm like a competitor. I play the competitive and the ranked playlists, and I'm sort of known for being a little out there and being a little weird, but also being like a hyped up player and somebody who yells a lot. And so that's just kind of like my thing. Where if you look at somebody like Cole also fits into that same sort of competitive arena style of content creation, but he's a little more, just like not so much talk and a little more letting his performance do the talking kind of thing. And so he's more focused on, I guess, being respectful, if that makes any sense, or giving out tips or whatever else. And then you have people like Nick who focus more on the Warzone side of things and more of the social side of things and being more of a casual player. And so you have to find your thing, whatever your thing is, whether you're really good at the game or you're really bad at the game or you're really funny or you're really weird or you're really smart or you're good at talking to people, whatever that is. So like I said, my thing was I'm a competitive arena YouTuber and I talk trash a lot, but also I like to do like the sort of real talk videos and stuff every now and then, which is basically what we're doing right here. So find that thing that differentiates you, because, and this goes along with the whole quality thing, there are so many people doing YouTube and streaming that you can't be just like everybody else, right? Because in order for, and this goes back to the whole competition thing, in order for you to have more viewers than somebody else or to start gaining viewers, you can't be the same as somebody else. You have to find something different. You have to find a reason for people to watch you. So that would definitely be a super important thing. I think that's like, well, what was that? A third point was find that one thing that makes you unique. And if you don't know what that is, definitely like take your time to figure that out. Or like this, I mean, some people might see it as like being fake or something, but if you want to look at it as playing like a character almost, and putting on a performance for YouTube or for streaming, I think Action Man Aaron would be a really good example of that. Not that he's, again, I don't want to say that he's like fake or anything, but he's because he's not. He's a really cool dude. I've had the privilege of meeting him in person a couple of times, but his streams are more based around a performance, right? If that makes any sense. So it was really just whatever route you want to take with that. And then the final thing, I think, this is probably the final thing. Well, it's certainly one of the most important, is your work ethic, because I think probably the #1 misconception that people have about content creation is that it is, and I already touched on this, but it's easy to do, or it's easy to gain followers or subscribers or whatever else, and it's easy to just jump right in and start doing it, which is not the case. If you talk to probably anyone, unless you are some sort of prodigy or you're like a pro that comes out of nowhere, or you know, like you have a video that goes viral or something like that, or maybe you have a friend who has 1 million subscribers, whatever else. If you talk to anybody, they'll tell you that they went through years of struggle and figuring things out and not having anybody watch them before they even had any form of success, right? So before I had any type of success, whatever you want to call this that I have right now, I have been doing YouTube since I was 9 years old, since I started making Modern Warfare 2 videos back in 2009, and I continued and made like Halo Reach videos, and I did YouTube pretty consistently. Like, I started when I was 9 and I pretty much never stopped, and I didn't have any sort of viewership until 2016, until probably like August of 2016, probably about 2 years ago, was when I started having anybody watch my stuff. And when I say anybody, I mean literally like more than one person, right? I uploaded videos that got 10 views for what, 7 years before anybody gave half a shit about who I was and what I was doing, because I took that time to learn. Obviously the landscape changed a lot in those 7 years, but it took me that long to learn how to have good quality content and how to differentiate myself and how to be consistent, and in all of these things that we're talking about today, it took me that long to learn how to do all of those things, as well as make some friends, which helped me out in getting out there. And unfortunately, that is kind of what it comes down to, is you can work your way up. It's definitely still possible, but I think you definitely have to make friends in whatever community you are trying to grow in, and you have to make friends, and you have to use each other, maybe not use each other, but take advantage of the position that everybody else is in, and work together to grow and stuff like that. That's sort of a little sidebar, but back to the whole work ethic and consistency thing. Moral of the story, I know that was super long-winded. Nothing happens overnight, right? You can't just start doing it and all of a sudden have 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 subscribers. You have to work at it. Like, I have been doing YouTube on this channel consistently for I guess 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now, and I have a little over, I think almost 450,000 lifetime views and 4,100 or so subscribers, and it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and so that's where your work ethic comes in. Is you have to be patient, you have to be dedicated, you have to be consistent, and all of those things have to come together in order for you to start getting somewhere, basically. And so this sort of ties into the whole competition aspect, is you have to do content more consistently or more often than other people while still maintaining your quality. And so I have uploaded videos either with exception of like a couple breaks, either every day or every other day for like 2 years. And I am still, obviously, I'm still not satisfied with where I am by any means. Not to say that I'm not happy or thankful or anything, but I'm not satisfied by any means. And so I'm going to keep doing videos every single day or every other day. And you definitely have to know what you're getting into. It is definitely a commitment. Like I said, you can't just buy all this stuff and just make it happen. You have to absolutely understand what you're getting into, and you have to absolutely put in the correct amount of work. And along with the correct amount of work, you have to put in the correct work, if that makes sense. You have to do it right and do it for a while and know what you're getting into. And what the... Thank you. But yeah, definitely keep all those things in mind. With that said, I think that's probably unless I'm forgetting anything major. I don't know where that shot went. Unless I'm forgetting anything major. I think that's pretty much what you guys need to remember. So just to recap a little bit, I don't really remember the order that we went in for these, but you have to have high quality content. You have to find something that differentiates you, that makes you unique. You have to be consistent and, is that it? I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope you guys maybe learned something from that, and I hope to see some of you, if you don't already, I hope to see some of you making some YouTube videos and you know, streaming and stuff, because the more the merrier. Obviously it's competition and we're all rivals in this scene, but the more the merrier. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from when I say that, like, I definitely do think I have advice to give, but also you have to understand that I'm not in some crazy good position and I haven't unlocked all the secrets. These are just the things that I've learned in my experience. And so yeah, like I said, with all that said, hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to leave your suggestions. Die, you motherfucker. Yeah, remember to leave your suggestions or for what you want the next episode of So Your to be about. Just remember to you know, So Your whatever, right? Leave them in the comments, as well as in my Discord server. Link is in the description to join that, as well as merchandise. Remember, we have a whole bunch of cool new designs and merchandise for sale over at shop.spreadshirt.com/reclaimer. Link is in the description as well. Follow the live stream. We're streaming every single day. Twitch.tv/reclaimer. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I hope to see you guys out there on the battlefield of YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, links in the description, everything as always. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do enjoy making this series, and I really do enjoy talking to you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Likes are appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Much respect as always, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another brand new video. Bye guys.